Oh no!
No!
Hello everyone and welcome to another reaction to the Schmoedown here on Dedicated to Art. I'm as usual your host, Kees Cornelissen, only joined by Chris today. Nico actually is a little bit busy this week with his personal life, so he couldn't make it unfortunately, but yeah, we're of course going to react to, this will be the first match of the live event, the Wildberries and Late to the Party. Yeah, Chris, I told you this off air. This seems like a nothing match with no consequences whatsoever, but it's going to be entertaining, right?
More or less. You have one of the most underrated teams in the Schmoedown, Late to the Party, versus the greatest meme team in the Schmoedown, that being the Wildberries, because that's all they are. Elliot and Makuga are a meme. And yes, a meme is fun, but you never take a meme seriously.
No.
So
yeah,
that's
I personally have no real expectations of this match, besides the fact that it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be fun because the personalities in the match are fun. But win or lose for either team, the Wildberries are still going to face the family and probably going to lose in the first round of the team tournament. I don't know what Late to the Party will do next after this one. I think they just went ahead with this match because initially it was planned for the Arizona event, where Late to the Party, of course, they are from Arizona, so that makes sense to have them. So now they just went ahead with the match anyway, but now in studio. So that's really the only reason I think for the match to be a thing. But I'm looking forward to some entertainment, some Makuga and Dewberry shouting.
and a lot of drinking.
A lot of drinking. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. We'll press play in 3, 2, 1, play.
So what's up with this nuke?
Oh.
Nuke? Shouldn't you and your manager Lou be off bench pressing each other somewhere? Lou?
What? What the hell was that?
Case, I think that's going to be what's called a running joke throughout this event.
Maybe. I think that they're just trying to do these cutscenes where they keep reminding you of the nuke. Like, what's it going to be, and everyone is speculating, and everyone is in on it. Stuff like that.
Gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Paul. That belt looks real good on you, doesn't it?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome
yeah, when that
to the
finally
Movie
happened.
Trivia Schmoedown. You are looking live at Ken Knapsack, the pit boss. I am Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. What a headlining match we have for the kids today, Ken. Chance Ellison taking on William Bibiani in the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament. The winner faces Ethan Irwin. That is going to be one hotly contested throwdown.
But that's not all we're offering to you all here tonight.
We've got either way, Trivia Schmoedown. It's either going to be Chance versus Irwin 2, a repeat of last year's tournament, or it's going to be
from a faraway
Irwin
land to take
Big
on two drunk uncles.
And
right.
that happened earlier this year.
The Wildberries are hosting Late to the Party. Late to the Party, they drove from Arizona to here. They didn't think it could get any hotter than Arizona, but they were wrong because we are in downtown Burbank. And yes, kids, I might have a dress shirt on.
I will remind the people at home of our hashtags this week.
I wish I was wearing even that. All right, tonight, Mark, this is going to be a wild matchup there. Do you have any thoughts, predictions, pregame stats, and stories?
Predictions go out the window when you talk about the Wildberries. Wildberries, Ken. I've counted them out time and time again, and sometimes they know a lot of stuff. Sometimes they know absolutely nothing, but it is always an entertaining matchup. Speaking of entertainment, late to the party, not only do they have a great YouTube channel you should check out, they have like 45,000 subscribers on that thing already. They just did a cool Billy Madison recap. More importantly, they have some of the best introductions in the movie trivia Schmoedown, a league.
They are really great folks to have around this league. They bring a wonderful energy, not just a wide-eyed innocence, because they've been through the fires. They're not as innocent as they used to be, but they just have a great aura about them. And let's not forget, they came to this league, kind of unknowns. They were reactors. That was the thing early on, and they got a big win early on. That kind of propelled them up the ranks in the Schmoedown, and since then, it's been a little bit of a reality check, a little bit of a struggle, and they know this might be the opportunity, the only opportunity they have left to prove that they belong. I think there's a lot riding on that match for them, and not just staying sober while Elliot and Josh are next to them.
It's a very tall order. Late to the party also brings IPAs for us every time. They come into town, they bring us beer. What did the Wildberries bring us? From their pockets, and that is it. Before we throw to a match preview, we want to remind everybody out there watching that we are soon headed to the most magical place on earth, or at least the magical place in Florida. That would be Orlando. We're going to be in Orlando. You guys can get tickets right now at the Schmoedownlive.com. You talk about a team matchup.
I keep forgetting what the other match is, but they can't promote that yet because they are yet to have the two people in the singles tournament final reveal.
That's going to have an undercard that is going to be the finals of the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament. Like we said, the beginning of that, one of the first round matches is happening later on tonight.
That a familiar face might appear
in Orlando, and because Christian Harloff loves wearing purple suits, we call him Willy Wonka now. He is giving away a trip to our studio here. You get your flight, you get your airfare, you get your hotel, all that stuff, and you get to compete in a match next year. And you can take the manager of your choosing to help usher you through that match if you go to Orlando and you're lucky enough to compete on stage and win. That is going to be.
Orlando's
he gets complicated in round 2.
Going to be a funeral for the founding fathers at the hands of the corruption team, but I think there's going to be a lot to offer.
You said you'd keep it clean. You said you'd keep the gloves on.
Sure.
When you were commentating on the match.
All right. You know, I am a broadcast journalist. I'm a professional. I'm going to keep myself on the straight and narrow, including with Chance later on in the match. He is a member of corruption. I'm here to do a job, sir.
All right. Well, I'm going to straighten him out while you guys take a look at the match preview for the Late to the Party versus Wildberries Showdown.
If the Schmoedown won't come to Arizona,
then we'll bring the party to you.
Oh, and Chance is coming too.
Makes sense.
Oh, so that means for these two matches, I've got Arizona winning both.
Interesting.
Because I've got Chance winning it.
You gotta go no further than look at the
in my bracket I have Bib,
We were waiting forever
but
to find out Josh
I wouldn't be surprised if Chance wins.
My new teammate and
I should have.
This league by storm.
The thing is, I made that bracket like just pick one.
What's in a Wildberry,
Like don't think.
You own it. You own it.
until it's in you.
Yeah.
So
the fact that we get to watch Late to the Party play. I mean, they are so much fun to watch. They come out, they have great introductions, they know a whole lot about movies, and they started out as fans from Arizona.
People who have been fans and then come over to the league. People tend to forget that Late to the Party were the first. Darlings, Late to the Party are now 1-1, and what a victory to get over critically.
And we're going to bring the party to the Schmoedown, whether it's late, on time, or even ahead of schedule.
10, 16, and 20.
10, 16, 20.
Can't do that.
Deny.
The same. So, I'm just wondering what the Wildberries will do with this match.
Sometimes
and before
you get
and
caught up in
after
the
and during.
and you forget all the great history we have. I forgot that once upon a time, I really tried to spearhead the movement to give Elliot Dewberry the nickname Mountain. Mountain Dew. Get it? Nobody else did.
I love watching those clips. That was
But he
back
does have that
when I
nickname.
company provided medical insurance. Also, I do want to. I got a little hasty. This isn't. It turns out this isn't a tournament match.
No, this is just a.
I made a mistake. The producers in my ears just reminded me this is unsanctioned, like the Doberman fights I go to in the the alley behind the studio.
It's rightfully
Whoa.
to be
Okay.
booed lustily by the
Ken,
crowd here in our
that's,
studio tonight. Ken, we are about to get the
too
match
real.
underway. Late
Too
to the
real.
party versus the Wildberries. But what we like to do
What?
around these parts is a tale of the tape.
Too
what
real.
are these teams good at? You don't have to stick to movies because God knows the Wildberries have many talents.
No, absolutely. Let's look at Late to the Party. Their strengths include
No. The
Disney
Wildberries have
pictures,
other
comedy
talents.
pictures.
Too early.
They only do it for you, huh? And speaking the news, we'll find out what that means shortly. And the Wildberries, their strengths include the Bad Boys
yes,
film
they,
franchise.
they only do it for Ellis.
Guessing and making a
That's not
scene
true. They
at
did it for
public
Clark.
events. So that is where we're looking at the strengths of these two teams going into this big match.
Can't wait to get Josh McCougar's loud thoughts on the Bad Boys for Life trailer. Until we get there, Ken, are you ready for these two epic
Right.
matchups tonight?
Mr.
That's the
Marcellus, you
thing.
know I am.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown! It's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Yeah.
Reversing that.
Yeah.
All right, doing the
You
introductions today
fucked up,
is the
Alex,
one, the
you
only,
fucked
the
up.
Golden Nay Platinum
Oh.
New York Times almost best-selling voice
oh.
of Ken Knapsack.
All right, here we go.
Harloff must be
Schmoedown
having a
fans,
stroke
are
right now.
you ready? Introducing first.
Olive was like,
A record of 1 win and 3 defeats from the great state of Arizona. This is Vanessa and Robert. They are late to the party.
No.
Wow, they came dressed to
what is
impress,
this?
Ken.
I don't get it.
Look at the Ron
Fucking
Burgundy.
Anchorman.
Late to the party.
Oh.
all the time. Robert and Vanessa.
Yeah, that
Rob,
fine.
Vanessa, I love you
Look
both.
at them, just
The
We're awesome
subtext is
people.
Powerful.
This is very old-timey
no.
garb that they.
Yes.
No.
Well, yes. Baxter.
No.
back
I don't get
twice
the
if you
appeal.
watch it.
Honestly,
I
don't. I've
love
seen it.
Beautiful
I thought it was
San Diego,
okay.
Represented here
But
with Late to the Party.
That was in the 70s.
whatever.
Max.
I despise
Thanks
it.
for reminding me.
Thank you.
Mr. Burgundy.
Well, that's because
Mr.
you despise
Mrs.
Will Ferrell,
Corningstone.
period.
This is going to be a fun match. I can't imagine the Wildberries can follow that.
I
Ken,
mean,
but
you're
guess
not
we gotta give
wrong.
them a shot.
Legally, we have to. And their opponents, with a record of Josh doesn't remember and Elliot never cared. From a sober living facility in Reseda, California, this is Elliot Dubell. Josh the Wild Mad Macuga.
They have a fucking KO. What the hell?
They just light up a studio.
Look at that. That's
Wait, where's Elliot's drink?
Oh, Josh is going into the crowd.
What the hell?
Josh
I
is.
hope that is his wife.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's amazing.
See if that's
Okay.
the woman he married.
It is. It is.
Come on, do the dance.
She seems
Do the
okay.
fucking dance.
All right.
Elliot, the Mountain Dew Berry is here.
Fan.
I don't know why that didn't catch on. It was a
I've
good
never
name.
been late to a party in my life.
The party starts when the Wildberries show up.
That's true. That is
Hold on,
true.
just one time real quick. Wildberries! You got it. It's good.
Ken, I distinctly recall being in a comedy
No,
club in Cincinnati, Ohio 2 years ago, and a gentleman in
Ah,
the front row was
God.
wearing a Wildberries shirt, and I had no idea what it was. Then I got off stage, he's like, you know, Josh's team. And I was like, oh, right, they do have a team, and now they're here. They're one of the most beloved in all of Schmoedown. However, late to the party is here as well. So, ladies and gentlemen,
A lot on this.
the rules of round number 1 in this 3-round team
And I guess they're
match.
not late to this
Round
party.
number 1 is an individual exercise of movie trivia. Know how each point that
Not-
you
not your
accrue
worst.
will be
Not
added
your
to your
worst.
team's total. We'll
Hey,
ask a question to
those are the
field.
wrong rules.
There are 8
Yeah,
questions
they
in
are.
total. Each question's worth 1 point. There's no
Ah.
a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as we ask the question, you have about 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front of you. Elliot, stop sniffing the markers. They're not for that.
Did you say attempt at an answer? Was that a shot at the
Team.
Wildberries? You taking a shot?
Has
Taking a shot?
3
There is no try.
usages of the JTE rule throughout
Well,
the
there is
duration
no
of the
try.
match. If you're not sure you heard a question right, you want to buy yourself some time, use a JTE rule. Each team also has one challenge that I'm sure they will all use tonight because it is a live match. Elliot, Josh, how are we feeling?
Well, there's some guy with a belt out there that looks like the Unabomber. Who let him in?
I believe that's the team belt that has eluded your team thus far.
Oh, missed that update, Elliot.
Yeah,
Whoops, it is.
yeah, he does have that team
Robert,
belt.
Vanessa, how are we feeling?
the Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
At least for another month, they'll have it.
Scotch.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown. It is such a joy having these two teams on the stage, Ken.
All right.
It's a joy looking at your faces. That much.
Plus, one was nice.
Put 1 point on the
Bakuga
board.
We don't
leads
have
league in
the
most
question on
fistfights
here, so
almost during
we
a
have
match.
to
So
explain.
this
Oh,
is
right.
interesting.
See if he can add one more to his total here today.
All right, 8 questions. Would you like me to go first, sir?
Why don't you go ahead and kick off there, Ken?
Wait, real
All
quick.
right.
Real quick.
Oh, no.
Andrew, guys out there looks like he's eating mozzarella sticks. What's going on, man? Hook it
That's,
up, dude.
French fries. All right, here we go. If you're ready, question 1 out of 8. 3 rounds to a finish here today. Category is action/adventure. Action-adventure. What modern action franchise features such characters as Roman Pierce, Sean Boswell, and Mr. Nobody?
I did get the distinct air of.
Hey, Francis, I like
I
and
thought
you
it was
don't.
just more blood, but I
Nope.
definitely smell it.
Of all the
there.
people in the studio, I
And
think
one of
that
those
would be the one that I
characters
would not
it
think
just
would
mentioned
be
is
mozzarella
why.
sticks for Ken.
5,
Partially why.
I love it.
3,
I love him.
2,
Can't stand him.
1. Looking for answers. Starting
Fast
with
and Furious.
Fast and Furious.
Is it Fast and Furious?
Yes, sir, you were right.
Fast and Furious franchises.
I knew
Robert had
that.
it.
No, I love Rome.
The
I
fabulous
mean, he
Mary
is
Kate
extra,
Ashley
but it's
Olsen
funny.
epic. It Takes Two.
Oh, it's a good movie.
It is a good
Take
movie.
two,
Neither
really?
one
What?
got award points for good cinema, though, Josh.
I wrote The Expendables, which is incorrect.
It's
Oh.
a good guess, though. Did
Yeah.
Vanessa have it? Vanessa did not, so it's
Seriously?
1-0.
Oh, what?
Wildberries. Wow.
Seizing the reins of victory.
Wow.
Didn't do a thing.
In classic Wildberry fashion,
In classic
overreacting
Wildberry
to the first
fashion, where
point they
Makuga
scored.
does nothing.
Your next question. Famous actors and,
And takes all the credit.
actresses. And the question is, which actor has played the famous characters Max Cady, Travis Bickle, and Vito Corleone? What are you writing? Josh was the first one to start scribbling on that one. He's-
I
will
hope
have
this
you
is
know, my
him.
handwriting has been complimented by many people.
penmanship is always
Respectively,
appreciated.
5,
Cape
4,
Fear 1991,
3, 2,
Taxi Driver,
1. Looking
and
for
The
answers.
Marlon
Godfather 2.
Brando?
Robert.
Robert
James
De
Caan?
Niro.
It's not James Caan. Does Josh have it?
Robert De Niro.
It is Bobby D. Does Vanessa have it?
Robert De Niro.
Leg to the body.
Are you talking to me because it's Robert De Niro?
It's moments like these that I realize, oh, right, I don't like The Godfather.
It's
I'm
all
not even-
right. We're
Somebody's a
at,
little late
not
to
for
the party.
we are at question
No.
3. The number is 3. The question we're asking
really
is
make sense.
3.
Fair enough.
The category is dramas. Dramas.
Drama for your mama?
The films The Deer Hunter and Coming Home depict the struggles of veterans from what war? I don't have any jokes. I'm not
Both
going
in our
to make
usual
any
witty banter.
Nope, no witty banter. for
You were
me.
very funny.
Funny
at the
enough,
Comedy
also
Store. You
starring
made your
Robert De Niro.
triumphant
Yeah,
return
first
to
time I've
the
been there in
Christopher
14
Walken.
years, sir.
Very
5,
I don't know.
3, 2, 1. Looking
Nam.
for answers,
Vietnam.
starting with.
Hey!
Real
Got it.
quick, The Deer Hunter was shot in Pittsburgh, greatest city on the planet. Vietnam is the
That is
answer.
correct. 4 points for the Wildberries. Vanessa.
Vietnam War.
That is correct.
Elliot Dewberry, the mountain.
Vietnam.
There
He's
you
got
go.
Vietnam.
5-2.
All right, to make it a perfect question, Robert.
Vietnam War.
Thank
Nice sweep, team. Nice sweep. So, real quick.
Were
I'm
you
so
nervous for a
hungry.
second?
Guy me.
What did they
Okay,
know?
that's the rule in the
A
studio is you
mozzarella
get
stick.
1 French fry throw per
Or
match, and they have exercised their
that's
option
it.
early on.
Named
God.
after
Failed.
famed French fry aficionado JT.
We move on to animated. Your next category is animated movies,
right.
and the question,
Come on.
what type of animal is Mr. Peabody in the 2014 film Mr. Peabody and Sherman?
Hi.
I haven't seen this movie.
Are you doing Harry Carey?
Not really.
I was going to, no, please continue.
No.
The guy gets on stage at the Belgium for 10 minutes, and now all of a sudden he thinks he's.
I got a special 3,
Nah.
2, and
Yeah,
1.
Fido thinks he's all
Harvey.
that in a
Bend
bag of
down.
chips.
We're looking for answers right with Vanessa.
Dog.
That is correct.
Dog.
Dog.
I can guess.
It's a dog.
It's a dog.
A perro. Dog.
God.
Arizona.
I like
That
the
was-
vertical thing.
That was a
that's good, yeah.
Makuga level
Josh?
guess
Fan.
for me.
Also, dog.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody, you got your questions left.
Look at this
All right,
guess.
good. Now we're getting some points.
7-5.
Come on, this is a Wildberries explosion.
All right.
No perfect rounds, Ken, but we are having a perfectly good
No,
time.
no.
know what I'm
Your
saying.
Elliot's
next
still
category
perfect.
is in the world of
Elliot
fantasy
is still
sci-fi.
perfect, you
Ken,
know.
tell him about it.
Fantasy/sci-fi. Your question is, who stars as an alien named Klaatu in the 2008 remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still?
Oh.
It may just be what part of
Good.
the country you're from. I think it's Klaatu.
Klaatu.
I'm just
Yeah.
bummed
Might
that
be right.
when
Depending on
this
which
alien
planet
came to
you're from.
There's
Earth, he
also
didn't stop
another
and say,
movie where this name pops up and it's
Whoa.
pronounced the way I do.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Keanu
going
Reeves.
east
Keanu
first,
Reeves.
The Mountain.
Is it Keanu Reeves?
That is correct.
Wow. Keanu Reeves.
I knew that.
The
Good pull.
Mountain.
Good. Does Robert have it?
He is breathtaking, Keanu Reeves.
Josh McCouga to continue your streak.
The day the Earth stood still was also January 29th, 1982, my birthday. And also, I don't know, Will Smith.
And Vanessa.
Never saw that one.
Keanu Reeves.
She got
Yes!
it.
We got a close game.
close that gap.
Keanu Reeves, it is.
7.
And we move on to directors with the Wildberries currently enjoying a 1-point lead over Late to the Party. Still anyone's ball game. Your next category is in the world of directors.
Okay.
Directors. Who directed the film The Fantastic Mr. Fox?
Oh.
Yeah, I once had a fox follow me home from school.
I always wanted to see a fox, and I never saw one in the
A-
wild.
a- case. Is it A?
Oh,
Paul Thomas Anderson,
Paul Thomas Anderson, Paul W.S.
Don't
Anderson,
count down. I wanna
Wes
hear word
Anderson, and Michael
2,
Anderson.
1.
Michael Anderson.
Looking for answers starting with I don't know.
Robert.
Wes Anderson.
Wesley Anderson.
Wes Anderson is
Wes
it.
Anderson is Josh Evans.
That's my favorite.
One of the
change in
best
this
multiple
is-
choice options ever.
Wes Anderson.
Greatest.
Legendary Fox story
Greatest.
from Ken Knapsack. Vanessa,
So glad.
Wes
you're back.
Anderson.
you got it.
Yep.
Elliot.
Look at that.
Also
They
has
maintain
Wes
their
Anderson.
lead. I'm not surprised by Late to the Party with 9 points. I am definitely surprised by Wildberries with 10.
Wildberries
Same.
have the lead, and it's a contrast
Yeah,
of styles
I'm
because
honestly
Josh
surprised
McCouga
that they're
burned up
in
a
the
lot of
lead.
energy. Elliot didn't even say the answer with that last one. He's pacing
They're in the
himself
double
for round
digits
3.
already.
All right, seventh
How?
question out of
That
8
happened.
comes in the category
They're not
of
drunk
horror
enough.
thriller, horror/thriller.
Or they're
Josh, you
too
can take this
drunk.
one off.
Which
Thanks, bud.
Which MCU actor plays a tracker who aids with a murder investigation in the 2017 mystery thriller Wind River?
Oh, yes.
Did you
This movie
name
was
the fox?
great.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mortimer.
it was.
Mortimer the
Yeah,
I totally cried in the
We're pen
theater.
pals for 3 years. It's great. He bought
I
me
didn't,
baseball
but-
cards. 5.
I wasn't in the
Can you
theater,
repeat
first
the
of all.
question?
All right, that's one.
And,
Which MCU actor?
No, but this movie was
Which
pretty awesome.
MCU actor plays a tracker who aids with a murder investigation in the 2017 mystery thriller Wind River?
My favorite thing about live streaming these at night is that the crew has been drinking. for a
No,
number
especially
of
like
hours.
the John Bernthal
They've
scene.
been Wildberry level party.
Ooh.
Oh, that was hard to watch.
Guys, there's a
Yeah.
magnum of Pinot Grigio floating
4,
around. It's delicious.
3, 2, 1. Looking for
Jeremy
answers
Renner.
starting with
Jeremy Renner.
Josh McCouga.
Jeremy Renner?
That's right.
Makuga type guess.
That would be the first horror thriller question Josh ever got right.
Vanessa.
Jeremy Renner.
That's right. Keep
Good
it
answer,
pace.
Vanessa.
Elliot.
The owner of the best app that sadly is no longer around, Jeremy Renner, R.I.P.
Roberts, keep pace.
They're curmudgeonly handsome.
No.
All right. 12-10. 12-10.
I don't care.
Robert searching every in-house, outhouse, doghouse in that area and couldn't find the right answer. Our last question, did you really think we weren't going to do this category in the world of comedies?
We are
Funny.
laughing.
Which actor plays Todd, the son of Adam Sandler's character in the 2012 comedy That's My Boy?
Oh.
I found this movie delightful.
Super underrated.
Wow.
I think it's very cool. Yeah. I think I saw this and I was like, Adam Sandler's on his way back.
I'll just watch Happy Gilmore again. 5.
It's no Jack.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I haven't seen
2
this movie.
and
Can you
1.
repeat the question?
Oh, we got a second one from Late to Party.
2 JTE rules in the world of comedies. Ha ha ha. Which actor plays Todd, the son of Adam Sandler's character in the 2012 comedy That's My Boy?
I think this is right. I have to commit. I have to commit to this.
Josh is questioning the legacy of Chris
gearing up
Skalisky,
for
our
a
beloved
fight.
head writer.
Great dude.
Not going to show this if it's
5.
wrong.
Issuing a challenge to the
4,
Cardinals. Love it.
3,
Chris Skalisky.
2, 1.
Andy
Pens are down. Looking for
Samberg?
answers starting with Vanessa.
Andy Samberg.
That's correct.
Oh,
Does
Elliot.
Elliot?
Andy Samberg.
That is correct.
Andy Samberg.
All right, McCook.
Andy Samberg.
All right, I guess it didn't matter.
Now listen, real quick
What?
though, his real name was Han Solo.
Okay. Okay.
By the way,
That's true.
All right, he goes
You-
by Todd.
you and I,
we
as a
go
team, scored as
by
much as the
a
Wildberries.
very well played round number 1, Ken. I am impressed. It is 14-12 Wildberries, and the fact that the Wildberries are in double figures, as are late to the party, that might surprise
Seriously,
a few people
Elliot
watching at
scored
home.
a
This is
perfect
why
round, I
you're
believe.
paying
Yeah,
for
Elliot
the
got
live
perfect.
stream
Where's
because
the-
you get to see magic like this.
Where's the bonus? I want my
14-12.
bonus.
Josh McCouga currently doing a breaststroke up on the answer desk.
Yeah,
More of a
he's good at
butterfly
that.
mark, but
Elliot had a perfect round.
Just getting word.
See?
Goddamn right.
The match-
Jesus, at least someone kept track of that.
Let me confirm.
Well done, Elliot.
All right.
That's true.
You're not
He
supposed
did.
to announce it until the game is over, though. It's considered bad luck.
We are still going to
right.
compete in the match. So, Ellie, you
Right.
get a bonus question that is asked to you and
Oh.
only you. You do not need
I did
to
not know that.
write
Don't
this
need to write
down.
it down.
You can simply give us your answer, late to the party, and Josh, you can take 5. Your question. David Spade and John Goodman voice Kuzco and Pacha, respectively,
Emperor's New
in
Groove.
what Disney film?
The Emperor's New Groove.
Elliot
Jesus!
Gilroy, the mountain
Well done.
Okay.
is perfect.
Props.
What a rock. All right, as the Wildberries celebrate, Ken, late
Yeah,
to the party trails
they
them
had
by
a
3.
hell
It
of
is
a
still
round one.
anybody's contest. I did, in fact, notice it. It was very well played. How about you? By your two, but still, you get the point.
The Cougar
In
never
round
changed.
number 2, this is known as the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, and justice. You're going to look at that our wheel that has just emerged,
That,
and
no,
you're going
that
to
was
see
Makuga.
10 different
That's
categories
okay.
of moving
That's
to the
right.
Schmoedown know-how, alongside what every competitor wants, spinner's
Oh my
choice, and what every
God.
competitor fears, opponent's choice. Once we settle on a
I'm gonna get
category,
thumbnails
each
for
team
days
is
out of
going
the
to hear
posts
6
that
questions
we're getting from
from
laughing so
that
hard.
genre. Each question is worth 2 points. There is no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is, in fact, the correct answer, we promise. And late to the party has 1 JTE rule remaining. The Wildberries
From
still
how
have
Ellis made
all
that sound,
3.
it seems as
Because
though
the Wildberries
it's
are
happened where that
enjoying a
wasn't the
3-point
case.
Cushion, they may choose whether they would like to spin the wheel or
We
defer
will
to your
defer
opponents.
to the visiting team.
Before late to the party spins, I want to remind everybody that this wheel is a sponsored wheel. Mr. Jake Burnham.
Jake Burnham.
Thank you, Jake.
Burnham, one of our
Nice,
favorite
Jake.
patrons. Thank you for sponsoring. Check out the movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon today. Jake's sponsored slices are Modern Classics and Sandra Bullock movies.
yes.
So, Vanessa, you're ready. Please
I
spin
like
from
the first one, not so
wheel,
much the
not
second one.
pegs, as we brought out the old wheel out of retirement. How about a hand for the old wheel?
Oh,
One
old
show
wheel.
only.
Okay.
Bring
All right.
back the old girl for
Miss Corningstone,
one
at
more
your ready, you may
show.
spin. Please don't spin it too hard. Thank you.
Nice spin.
we don't know if this thing's gonna. This thing's been through some
Been through the.
stuff.
Been through the.
Yeah.
Ringer
Round
for
and
sure.
round it goes.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
The crowd is worried about opponent's choice, but this could be Disney
Disney.
movies, Ken.
An
I mean,
string.
we like it, but
They
I
are
don't.
going
keep
to
it.
keep
Nope.
it.
Yes.
That would
Look
have
at us roll.
been
Yay.
Wow.
choice.
You mentioned at the
Right.
top of the
That's
show
good.
I
when
mean,
you tailed the
you know,
tape
if,
that late to
again,
the
in
party
this
one of their strengths
hypothetical
is
where
Disney
now
films.
we're
They have
tied with
spun it,
Wildberries,
and I dare say
just
there's
give
not
us the
much
12
fear
points
of a
now, 'cause,
challenge
you know,
or a stolen point.
Yeah, you and I.
from Josh
If
or
we
Elliot.
don't get 12 out of
Absolutely.
12, then I don't know what's wrong with
We
us.
were all raised on
Guys,
Disney
you
movies.
look
Calm
like
down.
a blueberry.
Oh, okay, Miss Corningstone.
No. Okay, I know
Shots fired
what's
as we
wrong
get
with us.
heated in
Neither
round
of us was in
number
that Disney
two.
exhibition
Disney
match.
movies is the category.
That's
I'll be
what's
administering the
wrong.
late to the party questions. Ken will be asking the Wildberries their series of questions.
To be fair, I'll
Late
make
to the
up for
party,
that when
first
I
of 6
smoke
questions
the
in the world of
second
Disney
Full
movies.
Metal random
In the film
match. but-
Lilo and Stitch,
Ah.
what is the word that means family?
Ohana.
Ohana.
You know, I
Give
don't
him
speak
2
Spanish.
points.
Ohana means family.
It's also
All right,
in
they're
real
off
life in Hawaii.
and
It also
running.
means that.
Your next question
Elliot.
for 2 more points. In the film 101 Dalmatians, dog owners Roger and Anita reside in what city?
London.
London.
Jolly old London it is. 2 more points.
Look at that. We got a lead. Lead change.
All right. Your third question in round number 2, Robert and Vanessa late to the party. What was the
Snuggly
name of the villain in the 1985 animated film The Black Cauldron?
The Horned King! Voiced by John Hurt.
Multiple choice, please.
Can give you that. Is it A, Horned King, B, Black King, C, Cursed King, or D, Evil King?
Black King.
Oh! Incorrect for a 1-point steal, Wildberries. Is it A, Horned King, B, Black King, C, Cursed King, or D, Evil King?
I think we're going to go A.
A, Horned King is correct for a steal.
They got a steal.
Big steal, time.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah,
time
that's
we
how
got
the
a
game
Makuga and
goes.
a mountain on the desk, I doubt them, and they proved me wrong. Job well done, gentlemen. It is tied at 16 as we move into the second half of the late to the party round number 2. Who provides the speaking voice for Captain Li Shang in the film Mulan?
BD Wong.
The speaking voice, not the singing voice. And we're going to go to 5, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Can provide that. Is it A, Ken Watanabe, B, BD Wong,
Watanabe,
C, Harvey Firestein,
Jesus.
or D, Jerry Tondo?
Dr. Wu himself, B.D. Wong.
It is BD Wong for a point. And late to the party has taken the lead over the Wildberries, and they still have 2 questions remaining in round number 2.
Watanabe, Mark.
Yeah.
You're
Oh, you know, people don't like the Black
in
Cauldron.
the world of Disney movies. Edgar is the name of the villainous butler
The
in what
Aristocats.
Disney animated film?
The Aristocats.
Give them a point. 2 points, as a matter of fact. 2 points.
Nicely done.
I give them 2 points,
Big
not 1.
Points. It's a 3-point lead. 1 question remains. Late to the party. Your last question in the world of Disney movies, which you clearly have proven your knowledge of here today. What is the name of the speaking tree that serves as Pocahontas' guide in the film Pocahontas?
Grandmother Willow.
Grandmother Willow.
Wow. 2 more points. And with that,
Well, we
Late to
would
the
have
Party
slept.
has opened
Yeah.
up a 5-point gash over the Wildberries.
Perfect.
But now, Jake Burnham's got a great wheel there, and the Wildberries get their chance to spin from the wheel, not the pegs, please.
Mark, I'd like to apologize for calling you a jerk. You're my really good
So,
friend. You're at my wedding, so just,
I had a great time at your wedding.
Thanks,
From what I'm told, it was a
Opponent's
good
choice. Opponent's
I'd
choice.
just like to point out to the crowd that this is the first.
Yeah,
ever
because
perfect
considering
first
they're
round
5
history of
points
Wildberries, what you guys
behind.
are witnessing right now is history. It is history in the making.
They're in a good position.
History in the
They
making
got a
right now.
steal.
Good game.
Woo! See what you missed,
I mean,
Arizona?
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but
kidding.
as of right now,
I'm kidding.
they're
I'm
in a
kidding.
position
he-
to possibly set the record.
Don't worry.
Spin the wheel. We're just gonna
Yes.
round and round it goes.
But,
And I'm looking at action
no,
adventure
they
on
can't do
there.
that
I think
because
the
Late to the
Wildberries
Party
might be
won't be
sneaky
able to
good
catch
at modern
up.
Classics or Ron Howard as well.
No.
Late to the Party can max
put it this way.
at
Coming
max.
down.
That is a free
We got
spin.
Free
That is
spin.
a
We got to go
free
again.
spin.
If Wildberries gets
Little
only 10
T-Rex
points in this
spin,
round,
little T-Rex
going.
Then they have a shot.
Doing a doggy paddle technique to get that wheel
Then Late to the
Be
Party
in
needs to
bet,
get a 2-point
there we
steal.
go.
Stop it, Sticher Bull.
Coming
So yeah,
up.
okay, that's
Or-
a
or-
small
or-
part.
Are they
or
gonna take
two
80s?
multiple
80s.
choice.
It's a shrug. Makuga is. We're going to go a respin. Makuga did not like
They're
it.
gonna respin.
T-Rex spin is in.
Come on,
They
Sandra
must
Bullock.
take whatever
Sandra
category Elliot
Bullock.
spins.
Sandra Bullock.
It doesn't have the same ring as Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep.
Opponent's
choice.
Opponent's choice. This could be devastating.
forget what I said.
Too close to the
Late
sun
party.
and
Forget-
now late to the party.
You
Forget
might
record.
as well be walking on the sun with that, okay?
Not a Katrina and the Waves walking on sunshine
Talk about your
situation.
all-time biggest back.
Late to the party, what category would you like to saddle the
Sandra
Wildberries
Bullock.
with?
Who, Sandy?
Sandy B?
Be a real
Sandy?
shame if you pick Sandra
We're going to
Bullock.
need
I
an
think
answer.
we're going 80s.
80.
80s.
Because they spun away
Nice.
from it.
All right.
But
Give
no,
it a minute.
don't,
See,
no.
we'll
Biopics
see.
is no fun for anyone.
You don't sync
6
them with
questions
that.
in this opponent's choice category.
Both
for
Josh
the two
and-
guys that look
No,
at their Marriott
Luga and
bar at
Dewberry have a
conference
fair
for the
amount of
weekend. Here we
80s
go.
knowledge.
Marriott's a great
Yeah.
hotel.
It's a solid
I'm a
one.
Bond
Trust
Boy
me.
Elite member.
All right.
I wish I could
First
see the
one
rule
down the
time.
pipeline out of 6. This
Yeah.
1989 drama tells the story of an English teacher at the fictional Welton Academy who inspires
Dead
his
Poet
students
Society.
through poetry.
Is it Dead Poet Society?
Well, yes, it is, sir.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I'm not even going to answer a question. I feel like I'm watching a no-hitter. I'm in the 6th inning. I
All
don't
right.
want to mess with the pitcher.
All right. Regular Mike Scott in 1986 with the Astros with that fork ball that got pulled for scuffing. All right.
Ken.
Question
with the
two.
deep cut.
Question two. Mitchell Ritchie directed Chevy Chase in 2 films. In what comedy series? Sorry, a ferret
Vacation.
wrote that.
It's the vacation
I don't want
franchise.
to use our repeat. You know what? Okay, let's try it.
Because Chevy.
5, 4, 3,
Yeah, no. Never mind. It
2,
was vacation.
1. Yeah.
Vacations. The vacation.
That is incorrect for a 2-point steal.
Fletch.
Oh.
And Fletch lives.
That's a 2-point steal.
Oh!
Big steal. Big steal.
That's a big steal, yeah. All right.
Huge
We can never go back to
steal.
Arizona.
I'm sorry, Arizona.
Feel
I got
way
the
too
Arizona
giddy about
curse
this.
right now.
He wanted Fletch. That was my fault.
Now I
All
just
right.
ruined the no-hitter. That some guy
All
just
right,
had home
third question. Third question. Kenneth Branagh starred in and directed an adaptation of which Shakespeare play in
Henry V.
1989?
Hamlet. Huh?
Henry V. Hamlet was.
I know why Drake was laughing in the crowd.
Or
That is incorrect for a 2-point steal.
Oh.
Be big.
Much Ado About Nothing.
That was in the 90s. This was Henry V.
Oh, Henry the
Henry V.
The worst Henry I've ever.
You
You know.
All right.
He's not big on sequels.
And
Why do we
Drake
do
I think
that?
Wildberries forgot
Unfortunately,
the
he's
option
not
of multiple
competing
choice.
Right. All right.
I'm okay with that.
We've got your fourth question coming down. The fourth question coming down. In this 1980 film directed by Michael Apted, it tells the story of a country superstar named Loretta Lynn.
Coal miner's daughter.
I've got it. Coal miner's daughter.
Well, that's good for 2 points.
Look at this.
All right. You know what? I'd like to point out the reason I know that is because my wife likes country music. Yeah. Her name's Amanda. She's lovely.
All right.
Scorpion Woman.
All right.
By the way,
Amanda sounds like a lady that rides
For
horses
for
without a
this
helmet.
match
Here
to
we
be
go.
close and
Here we
fun,
go.
I
The
want
next question
Wildberries
coming
to
down.
get
This
a
is your
2-pointer
fifth
and a
out of 6.
1-pointer.
What popular 80s hard rock band is shown filming a music video during the big movie studio climax of the all-time classic Pee-wee's Big Adventure? Movie that changed my
So
life.
this might be my favorite question ever asked.
It's a good question. Good question.
Multiple
It's
choice,
Multiple
please.
choice, please.
A, Quiet Riot.
No.
B, Rat.
No.
C, Twisted Sister. D, Motley Crue.
Twisted Sister? I don't remember Crew being in that movie, so it's kind of Twisted Sister.
We're going to say Twisted Sister.
You're gonna burn in
the
hell.
point.
Evil, won't
Well
you
done.
see no evil?
Now get a 2-pointer and
Let's
go
ask
to the
Because if the Wildberries get this last round 2 question right in the world of the 1980s, we will be tied heading into round number 3. What an opening match we have on the Schmoedown Throwdown.
All right, final question. Which 90210 actress played Heather Duke in the 1988 film Heathers?
That's Shannon Doherty, right?
Shannon Doherty.
Yeah, right? Gotta be. Shannon Doherty.
That's correct for 2 points.
tie game.
Correct.
You know,
Yeah.
Ryan Newberry with the
Called
first
it.
round
Good
number
job.
1.
Well, it wasn't
Good
Tori
stuff.
Have to
Spelling.
put the team on his back, but Josh Makuga starting to show his
just
or his
think.
wife's
Uh-oh.
movie
The score
knowledge
could be
on
different.
stage
We-
here
wow.
today, and now
We would be
are
up
tied
27.
23-23, heading
Or
out
actually
to
more,
round
because-
number
I say, yeah, we
2.
would have gotten those 2
Mark, I
steals.
gotta tell you, this is one of the best matches I've seen in a long
So,
time. only
31.
Because, I'm drinking whatever they're drinking.
A lot of alcohol on that desk, Ken. And as we move into round number 3, this will be the last round of the match, lest we go to sudden death overtime. Oh, boy. Round number 3, each team is going to give us a series of numbers. These numbers can range from 1 to 20. We need 3 numbers from each team. Each number corresponds to a different corner of movie, trivia, Schmoedown, know-how. Here's how it works in the team format. Once we tell you what the category is, the team members must decide who is going to answer that solo. You may not rely on your teammates' knowledge for the 2-pointer. The opposite team member will answer the 3-pointer by themselves. You may only confer with your teammate on the final 5-point question, should we get that far. So, Wildberries, you are sitting in the higher-ranked chair. You may give us your series of numbers first.
5.
3.
6.
3, 6. I didn't want to venture into double digits, Ken.
They did not. That's too far to the unknown for them.
So that would be.
Late to the party.
Well said, Ken. Well said.
Can't hear it,
Ken,
Chris.
7-11.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm not plugged in.
God bless you.
3.
And 3.
Friday
already
night.
did
I'll-
They already did 3.
14.
All right, 14.
7, 11, and 14.
7, 11, 14 coming down for them.
All right.
Do they always go with 7-11?
Late to the party
think so.
questions. Late to the party. You're going to hear your 2-point question first. And you chose Category 7 in honor of Ken Knapsack, although he's never had a meat treat from 7-Eleven.
No, just the prepackaged sandwiches.
Try it.
Directors late to the party. Your 2-point question is in the world of directors. Robert, Vanessa, who feels more comfortable fielding that query?
I'm going to take it.
All right, Vanessa, stepping up to the plate. 2 points.
Shows
In
her
the world of
stuff.
directors, who directed the 2019 film Men in Black International?
I think you mean intentional.
That thing had a director?
JT, Jeff.
5,
Those things have
4,
directors?
3,
Yeah, that's what I was
2.
going for.
1. Sorry, it was F. Gary Gray.
What?
Oh, that's
He
right.
directed?
Gary Gray.
Wait, the straight
No
Outta Compton
way.
guy directed MIB?
God.
That's crazy.
There
I
you
didn't
go.
know that.
All right, so we are going to stick with late to the party for your 2-point question. And in the world of dramas, and Robert, this is going to be you. 3 points and a 3-point lead over late to the party. In the Coen brothers film Inside Llewyn Davis, the title character takes care of his neighbor's pet. What type?
A cat.
It is a cat.
I actually know this answer. A cat.
Hey, you got it.
That's correct for 3 points.
Well done. He's in a match with Makuga, and Makuga had his way through that.
He's playing Ron Burgundy. You know Ron Burgundy hated answering cat over his beloved dog Baxter, but he got it out of his mouth, and he got 3 points, and he has now forced the hand of the Wildberries. Ken, over to you for their 2-point question.
All right, you chose number 5. Number 5, Johnny Bench's number when he played for the Reds. All right, here we go. It's a 2-point question in the category of Oscars. Oscars. Who's going to take
Give it to
this
Makuga.
question?
Neither of us, realistically.
All right, I'll take it.
You're going to take it.
Josh
Okay.
Makuga for 2 points.
All right. What film starring Tom Hanks and directed by Robert Zemeckis won Best Picture in
Forrest Gump.
1995 at the 1995 Academy Awards?
It is Forrest Gump. Just say it. Jesus Christ.
Is it Forrest Gump?
2 points for
Hey,
Josh
Josh
Makuga.
God.
Sorry, I ruined
so
your Black
long.
Panther
That
party.
should not have been that hard, but he thought of it.
I thought it.
The 95 might
Forrest Gump
throw
was
you off there.
92.
All right, so that means
No,
so
it
they're
was
still
released in
behind by a
94.
point, Mr.
And
Ellis.
one in
That's right. If the
95.
Wildberries can hit their
Jesus
3-pointer,
Christ.
this is going to be Elliot's know-how alone. They are going to have the lead, and they're going to force late to the party to answer their 5-pointer correct. Ken, the best news of all, doesn't look like we're going to sudden death.
Definitely not there. All right, so this is a 3-point question in the category. A 3-point question. You chose number 3. The category is new releases, Elliot. These are motion pictures released in the last 12 to 18 months.
Okay.
Okay.
3-point question coming in.
You got it.
Airplane movies.
All right.
Yes.
Correct. Who directed the 2018 reboot of the classic sci-fi creature franchise, The Predator?
Oh, Shane Black.
Rodriguez.
No,
That is
Shane
incorrect.
Black.
That is incorrect. The answer was Shane Black.
Oh, my
Shane
God.
Black was the
Oh,
answer.
Rodriguez,
Jesus.
big Predator fan. I think he
All right,
produced
all right, all right,
Predator.
all right.
No.
We need a little Wildberries energy. Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
All right. They
Yeah, 5-pointer.
chose the number 6. The number 6, which is the category of action/adventure.
Yes!
Action/adventure.
Be a bad boys question. Come on.
All right. All right. 5 points to put you in the lead.
Jesus, dude.
Peter Stormare plays Russian cosmonaut Lev Andropov, excuse me, and I'm Russian,
Armageddon.
in charge of the space station in what 90s film?
Armageddon.
5 points!
Okay, seriously, how is an Armageddon question a 5-pointer?
They are still
To be
alive
fair,
in
Peter
the match. The
Stormare has a very
Wildberries have now
small role
forced
in
the
the
hand
movie.
of late to the party. Josh Makuga's getting
Okay.
naked. Maybe it's premature because late to the party
Like, he only
does
has
have
one
their
memorable
5-point
line in the
question
movie.
remaining. It's as simple as this,
Okay.
kids. If they get it
I've not
right,
seen
they
Star
win. If they
Wars.
get it wrong, they lose, and the Wildberries will dance the night away.
Yeah,
in
I've not seen
downtown
Armageddon.
Burbank.
Dance, dance, dance the night.
We're not there
Watch
yet.
it
though.
once.
Late to the
All right.
party. You
while
selected
drinking.
number 14 for your 5-point
God.
question.
And
And that corresponds to the category of
there's extra footage of me crying with this
movie quotes.
Oh!
Okay.
Movie quotes. Robert, Vanessa, any confidence in this category?
Nope.
This is Bush League. Amateur hour.
Because this could literally be
All right.
anything.
Stop calling your arms guns.
Your
It
question
could be from any movie ever.
for 5 points and the win. You'll hear the following quote in what classic romantic comedy?
So,
When you realize you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
Casablanca?
No.
Robert and Vanessa are allowed to confer.
That's right. They have
Oh
one
my
JTE
God.
Staring into
remaining.
each other's eyes. They have 1 JTE rule remaining. They look like they're leaning in for a slow
5,
kiss.
4, 3, 2.
Got to use the JTE rule. Or
Oh, when Harry met Sally.
All
Jesus.
right, they
All right.
got it in. We'll give it to them.
Yes.
You'll hear the following quote in what classic rom-com? When you realize you want to
Okay,
spend the
what-
rest of your life with
what
somebody,
threw me
you want
off
the
there
rest
is
of
that
your
it's a
life to start
classic.
as soon as possible. Once that 15
30
seconds
years
is up,
old.
we must have the answer already in.
That's true.
The wedding planner.
God damn it.
Oh,
It's your winner.
just be the wedding planner.
The
The Wildberries have won.
Chris,
The
does it
excitement
console
is
you that we
overflowing.
would have
We
beaten
hope
them?
no valuable
Yeah.
equipment gets damaged in
Badly.
the celebration that is bound to ensue because the
Yes.
Wildberries have done the unthinkable and won a match by scoring 30 points.
Wow, they did it almost to spite us. The correct
Lord.
answer was When Harry Met Sally. When Harry Met Sally.
Harry
Billy
Met
Crystal, Meg Ryan,
Sally.
Nora Ephron's great script, Rob Reiner directing. Wow, I almost think the Wildberries did it to spite us, Mark. I have to admit, but that was a great match. That's what you want in these big live matches. You want things to go down to the end, and the Wildberries are still going strong.
It was a great match, Ken. I dare say that the Wildberries don't spend as much time studying as some other teams, but sometimes it comes down to what categories you know. And sung by Steve Perry, 1983 in Houston, as Josh McCouga crosses the camera in celebration of his epic win.
Yikes.
Ken, we are going to have an interview with both the winning team and the losing team. First up is Late to the Party. They drove here. They earned their place in this match. They just came up a little bit short. Emma,
Late to the Party
our
is
own Emma
1 and
Fife, by the
4
way,
now.
We'll be interviewing.
This
the mood
hurts.
like at this party?
Especially considering the one.
It's still a nice light air celebration. I think
Crazy.
that going into this match today, we all knew that no matter the outcome, it was going to be a fun time. And I would say Late to the Party that, you guys brought the party with you.
Absolutely. I am so happy to be here to play the Wildberries. I think that I hope we made them proud.
And they actually did a pretty good job on
bringing
the
the party.
costumes.
Oh, thank you. I really.
Makuga's yelling off screen. None of you can
Good job on
probably hear
costumes,
him.
but
He doesn't
why
realize
that
he doesn't
movie?
have a microphone right now.
He is live.
Anyway,
Could've
so
had-
Robert,
you could've
Vanessa,
picked so much
thank
better
you
movies.
for making the journey. How do you feel about the match? I mean, obviously you didn't win, but I think you had a pretty good showing.
I feel like we're exhausted. We drove all the way to Phoenix, had to fly to Burbank to compete with the Wildberries. When they were supposed to come to us, we had to bring the party to them, and I'm exhausted. I'm out of scotch. There's nothing left in this glass. Josh McCouga stole a drink. I don't know. I'm ready to party. That's all I know how to do, and lose, apparently.
Listen, I do feel that the hometown advantage was switched up here, so that definitely
Yeah.
threw you guys for a loop. But all in all, solid performance all around. Any parting words on this non-canon Schmoedown match that we all
Non-canon.
just witnessed here today?
Let's just have a good time. I mean, we enjoyed playing this match. I loved playing it against the Wildberries. I've been saying we want to play the Wildberries since the beginning, so this was good.
Yeah, I think we saw dreams manifested here today. What do you think?
My dreams were crushed. I'm in a glass case of emotion.
All right, back to you, Mark and Ken.
That's right.
Jesus.
In classic Will Ferrell. And,
Okay, that was fun.
Applegate?
If you look at an Applegate and Ferrell, I'm pretty sure that Applegate would be able to keep it a little cooler, calm under the collar. That's what Vanessa showed. The class of Late to the Party, they gave it their all, and it was the match that we wanted, Ken. It was an energetic match that lived up to the hype. I am still a little shocked that I am saying this. The Wildberries were the winner.
Yeah, that's going to make it for a long ride on the 10 back to
Who'd
Brawley
have
or
thunk?
Tucson or wherever they live. But but it's going to be a fun trip. They're going to have to work. But I really think the Late to the Party should be proud of what they're doing. But speaking of proud,
It's a hell of an effort.
Emma Fife has got to be proud that she has this job to stand with these two guys right now. Take it away.
Listen, we saw Schmoedown history made here today. Elliot Dewberry, perfect round one.
Yeah.
They said it couldn't be done. They said the Wildberries will never win another match. They said they're all spectacle and no talent. Well, you saw it here tonight. When you get a team to drive several hours in 100-degree weather from another state all the way over here and immediately put them up against the Wildberries are going to take that match. And we did.
You definitely did. Now, Makuga, do you feel having the hometown advantage gave the Wildberries the edge here today?
No, I think our biggest advantage was the fact that Elliot is way better at trivia than I am. He really carried this team on his back. He's got severe scoliosis, and it was awesome. It was really, really good.
Now, I do think we saw a little of that Makuga magic, that incredible guessing ability return to you in round 2 there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think I wanted Fletch, and we went vacation. But other than that, like, I thought 80s was a little bit of a weakness. It's a broad genre. I was born early, but then I didn't really start watching movies because my parents didn't let us watch R-rated movies. There's like a lot of R-rated questions. What are you going to do? A lot of Pinot Grigio, grease the wheels to my 80s, just perfection. Put me on that lawnmower. I'm doctoring on do you know McDreamy? What's that movie, Ellis?
Grey's Anatomy.
You know.
Grey's Anatomy?
No.
Lawnmower Man?
No. You know the lawnmower movie where he plays the geek and he goes to Chic and he goes.
Oh, what?
Can't buy me love. Thank you, Late to the Party. I am Can't Buy Me Love right now.
Except you can buy Josh Makuga's pants on the internet. Are those loudmouthgolf.com? Hashtag
Public.com for
for all your Wildberries t-shirt needs. Well, you know,
of course.
as they say, I think everybody is perhaps a little surprised. Psyched.
Yes.
That's the word we're looking for.
So used to driving home from these things angry, sad, just crying all over the steering wheel, very dangerous. It's going to be nice to not have to do that until the next time we have a match.
My wife said that she would divorce me if I lost again. Our 2-year anniversary is coming up in a couple weeks, and guess what? I'm staying married. Woo!
Hey,
He saved his marriage.
that's something we have in
That's
common. My 2-year anniversary is coming.
We witnessed history in the making
Okay,
with
not
Elliot
wife-
Dewberry
not
proving
wife,
he actually
but
does know
girlfriend.
something about movie
Still.
trivia, and Josh Makuga walking away from this a still married man. Now back to you at the desk, Mark and Ken.
I'll tell you, when Josh says he was born early, he was born 3.5 months premature, lived the first 2 years of his life in a turkey oven roasting bag. But I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter.
What?
He did really good today, and I'm really proud of my podcasting part.
That's right. The Afternoons with Josh and Ken. Check that out wherever you digest podcasts. I guess we should send our condolences to Josh's lovely wife. You got to deal with that for at least another year, but you got a good chin. You'll be able to handle it. Wildberries have a nice T-shirt, but you can get our exclusive Schmoedown Tour T-shirt for the 2019 live season. Right now, it is available at SchmoedownLive.com. It's a cool tour T-shirt. Tells you all the cities we went to this year, all the fun that we've had. Pick up that exclusive item while you still can at the SchmoedownLive.com. Look at all those faces on there. I'm not one of them. Are you?
No, not me, sir. But there's a lot of beautiful people on that shirt. That's going to look
Oh, no,
great.
wait, I am. I see myself.
Oh.
Take it all back. Now you
take
can
it
buy
all
the
back.
shirt.
I take
The
it all back.
2019 Movie Trivia Schmoedown Live Tour shirt available now, as well as tickets for Orlando at the SchmoedownLive.com. Ken, the final thought on today's match, 30-26 goes to you.
A great match, but, you know, I guess it's a shame on people like me who don't take the Wildberries seriously other than T-shirt sales because they really showed something. A perfect round from Elliot. That's not easy to do. And Late to the Party, I really do like these kids, and I hope they keep coming around. They're very fun. They're going to get some big wins down the line if they really want 26 points.
Will
nothing to
they?
sneeze at. I really like what they did.
Well, we certainly have.
It just seems that every single time that Late to the Party faces this team, the team that they're facing overperforms.
Chance. He's a Cobra. His name's Chance Ellison versus William. The Beast
Kind of what they did
Bibiani
against
still
Chris
standing.
Clinton.
Ken, what a match we are about to experience. Here's a quick preview right now.
What's going on with this nuke?
Oh, the nuke. What's going on with it? Listen, I would love to tell you. I would. I have to kill you.
Oh, dear. Chris, are you mad? Are you sad?
Yeah.
enraged.
I wouldn't say enraged, but come on. Like,
oh Lord.
Now, I'm glad they mentioned that this is, just a fun, not for league play, whatever kind of match. Great. So they're still 1-3, and Wildberries are going to be 2-5 once the family's done with them. But when Harry Met Sally, one of the greatest romantic comedies ever made.
It's really good, that's for sure. And yeah, the quote is recognizable. It's just that it's sometimes difficult to figure out quotes.
And that's the thing when you have, quotes from a specific genre of film. Like, like let's say if you ask, in what Western will you hear XYZ thing you'd hear in like a million Westerns? Yeah. And, that is a very rom-com kind of quote. It's just that if you've seen it with Harry and Sally enough times, it's from that movie.
Also, there I guess was The Wedding Planner. That is, first of all, not a classic, and second of all, not a good rom-com.
Thank you.
I'm like, what the hell? It's what it is. Wildberries won. Good for them. And yeah, really the only reason that they still did this match is simply because it was announced to be in Arizona for that live event, and then the live event was canceled, but they still wanted to do the match. So, props for Late to the Party for actually getting out there. And but as I said, it just seems that Late to the Party does exactly what the opposing teams of Late to the Party seem to be doing the exact same thing that Late to the Party did in the match against Critically Acclaimed, and that's overperform. And because Late to the Party scored 26 points today, that is the exact amount of points that Critically Acclaimed scored in their match against Late to the Party. So it's like, yeah, that is a good score in and of itself, but it can be better if the other team scores more. And no one really expects a whole lot out of the Wildberries. That is mainly because Makuga is a part of it, but Dewberry is actually a pretty good player, and people often forget that Dewberry is actually good with trivia. Now, not the best, but he's better than a lot of people give him credit for, and a lot of people think, because of the fact that he's with Makuga, they're still going to lose against the family.
Oh yeah, it's not even a question. And yes, I do also have that habit of selling the Wildberries short very often because especially when you put them against, some of the best teams in the league, like, a Founding Fathers or the Family or whomever, hell, and let's not even talk about the embarrassment when they face Wolves of Steel, like,
yeah,
yikes. That was a rough match to watch.
Yeah, well, okay, with Wolves of Steel, they just faced a great team, and it's difficult to go up against a team like that. Yeah, well, that's what it is. Guys, I think that's all we have to say. Look out for our next reaction to Chance versus Bibbs later this week. I'm looking forward to that one. I really wonder who will be the winner, because either way, I'll be happy with whoever wins that match. Considering that my bracket is busted already, so it doesn't really matter for me. Yeah. I just want a great match, and I think that both of them can give us a great match. Please like the video, comment on anything that you saw. What are your thoughts on all the shenanigans that went on, and what are your expectations of the other match in the live event? No spoilers if you've seen it already, because we haven't. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And then, Chris, where can people find you?
You guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, Letterboxd, and Discord at Skywalker Dome. And you guys can follow this very channel on Twitter and Instagram at D2A Channel. Please like our Facebook page and join our Facebook group, which launched 2 weeks ago. There we go. And make sure that you guys go check out our latest episode of the Who Cares Anime podcast, where we talked about our favorite movies. Tune in this week, where we'll talk about our favorite characters in all of fiction. And go check out our latest episode of Down Tune Dissection, hosted by me for once, where we talked about Deftones, one of the best metal bands of all time.
Indeed. And guys, in the meantime, you can find me at Dutch Movie Guy on Twitter, Case Cornelius on Letterboxd and Facebook. And yeah, I actually log moves in letterboxing, keep track of stuff. So,
Bite me.
unlike someone.
Bite me.
Yeah, I think that's all we have to say. So until our next video, take care.
Wildberries.